Sora 2 versus Grok. Who will remake SpongeBob's iconic scenes better? I chose the 5 best scenes from SpongeBob and decided to recreate them with each AI and see who wins. Let's start with the first scene. Sora 2 has a small drawback that if she uploads a screenshot or writes the names of the characters, she will refuse to make a video because of copyright. So the first scene is about SpongeBob putting 1 ice cube in a glass instead of 2.
April Fools!
What did you do to my drink?
You
what?
You asked for a couple of ice cubes in your drink, and I only put in 1!
I wrote a detailed prompt, and I'm sending it. That's how we got the result. Let's take a look at it.
What happened to my drink?
You asked for 2 ice cubes. I put in 1!
It turned out very well, except that SpongeBob and Fish don't look like they do in a real SpongeBob. Well, now let's move on to Grok. For Grok, we can just take a screenshot and write a normal prompt with names. We are sending and waiting. The result is here. We're watching.
What did you do?
You asked me to put a few ice cubes in it, and I put 1!
It turned out to be a very good animation, and most importantly, with the preservation of the characters, but due to the fact that the video is a maximum of 6 seconds long, they were talking at the same time. In this round, I think even though Grok is speaking at the same time, he wins. We move on to the second scene where Patrick drops his wallet and says it's not his.
Now, what would you do?
Excuse me, sir, but I do believe you've dropped your wallet.
Doesn't look familiar to me.
What?
We write prompta for Sora and send it. And so we got the result, and we're looking at it.
What are you gonna do now?
I'll tell him he dropped his wallet.
That doesn't look familiar to me.
What?
Again, due to copyrights, the characters here are not original, and Patrick is similar, by the way. Rate how he looks to you in the comments. Next, we move on to the Grok. We take a screenshot for it, write a simpler prompt, and we are sending it. It turned out like this.
What are you going to do now? So, what are you going to do now?
I will tell them that they dropped their wallet.
Again, due to the length limitation, it was not possible to fit everything. And in this round, I think we can give the victory to Sora for the script and for a character similar to Patrick. The next scene will be with Patrick as they call him and ask,
"Is this the Krusty Krab?"
And he says,
No, this is Patrick.
"Is this the Krusty Krab?"
No, this is Patrick.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick. Is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick!
But for Sora 2, you'll have to come up with something else. Otherwise, Sora won't want to generate a video. I wrote a prompt and I'm sending it. And so we got the result. Let's take a look.
Is this KFC?
No, this is Mogluck.
Is this KFC?
No, this is Mogluck.
Is this KFC?
No! This is Mogluck!
It didn't work out very well, to put it mildly. Firstly, it wasn't Patrick again. And secondly, the voices got confused who was saying what. So now let's move on to Grok. Here I think he will have time to say everything. I take a screenshot and send a request. And we got it. We're watching.
Is this KFC? No, this is Mogluck.
Is this KFC?
No. Yes, this is Mogluck!
It turned out almost the same as in Sora. Only here, Patrick is normal. Well, what can I say? I think that both of them got a bad draw here, and we'll give each AI a point. We move on to the next scene, where Patrick says he'd like to eat something and SpongeBob takes out some chocolates.
Look what I've got!
Rectangles!
Not just any rectangles, candy bars!
We're writing a special one for Sora again. So we got the result, and I immediately see that it doesn't look like SpongeBob and Patrick at all. At least Patrick is 3 times bigger than SpongeBob. Well, okay, we're watching.
Look what I've got.
Rectangles!
Not just rectangles, candy bars.
In fact, if you don't pay attention to the characters, then the scene is very well copied. Okay, moving on to the Grok, I took a screenshot again and I'm sending it with a simpler prompt. We got the result, and we're looking at it.
Watch thy goo. Not just rectangles, candy bars.
Patrick was so happy that he hadn't eaten them in 100 years. But it turned out to be fun. But Patrick didn't say a word except... It's also very controversial here, so I'm giving 2 AIs a chance in this round. And moving on to the last most interesting and meme-filled scene with Patrick, as he wakes up at 3 in the morning to eat a burger.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
And in Sora 2, it won't turn out to be so meme-like and cool, so I'll do it in Grok. I take a screenshot and write a high-quality prompt. And we got it.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Like and subscribe.